Hi, everyone. Thank you very much for coming by for this third and final, hopefully in installment of month of June and how things are going. So let's go ahead and get started. My name is Will. I'm here to help in general. My contact number and phone number is in the information if you want to talk. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to share my screen. Okay, so in the first video, I kind of went over my overall philosophy in terms of frugal velocity banking. I use frugal, and because I grew up in public housing in Savannah, Georgia, I was frugal before I became or understood velocity banking in general. So I've named my aspect of velocity banking frugal velocity banking. Secondly, I try to live below my means, look at my wants versus my needs. And I had to educate myself in general in terms of velocity banking and also understanding the principles of it and how to use it. So, with that in mind, let's go ahead and look at the months from last month, just the credit cards in general. Let me see if I can pull that up. Okay. So, let me zoom out a little bit. Hope you're having a great day today. So, in general, last month, a total balance on the credit card is 30,120.76. For June, it was 27,903. If we look at, I have four of the credit cards in orange that are in zero. Initially, that was not the case. Once the credit improved, then they started sending me more balance transfers in general. So all of this with the 0% are 0% balance transfer cards. And I've gotten at least two additional offers in the last 2 months. So last month I paid approximately $78 in interest. You can see right here, $77.64 with the 0% interest on the credit cards, paying down some debt, dropping my money in two. Then what I ended up paying here, I have 15 cents, but it's not really 15 cents because I paid 0% interest on any of the cards for the month of June. I just have a penny in here for placeholders so that the numbers are kind of look okay so that it doesn't click a null. So if I put zero here, I think it's going to change it to a null. Let's see, no. Okay. So it didn't do that, but in general, last month, about $77.64 in interest with the 0% interest cards that I'm using with Velocity Banking, just 0%. So definitely in looking at Velocity Banking, there's two ways of doing it. One is when you're doing velocity banking against a credit card, and then also maybe a mortgage. I initially started with credit cards, and now I'm over to doing it with a mortgage. I have to pay these credit cards down, but I improve my credit using velocity banking, and now 0% in terms of interest on all my credit cards. Now, what I need to do now is use what I'm calling the payment debt ratio, and that is in this column here. And as I explained in the first video, I'm taking the minimum payment, dividing it by the balance is giving me a number. And the higher the number, the more I want to pay off that particular credit card. I'm not necessarily hitting the snowball, not necessarily doing the highest interest, not necessarily doing the highest balance, but a payment to debt ratio. And this is what kind of the lenders use once they look at your credit report and see how much money is going out. Okay, well, so I just wanted to come in and do this hopefully final installment of my June presentation of my numbers. Again, if you're interested in improving your credit, looking at getting a HELOC, a line of credit, would like to be an authorized user, microloans. So I have a number of services that I work with my clients. All right, have a great day, everyone. Bye bye.